I assume it's tied to that. I assume like if your frame time is not allow you to get 60 frames in a second, then you start to run into issues. That rollback may or may not be able to fix.
I mean, I know there's a long GDC video on like implementing rollback after the fact into Mortal Kombat, which isn't like it's quite an interesting video. But they talk a lot about how within every frame you have to be able to fit the code for rollback, which often ends up being like half the frame. So you have to be, your machine has to be able to very confidently run the game.
Yeah.
In order to do that.
I guess that's why it works pretty well for Melee, because it's not that hard to run.
Exactly. Like, yeah, like, and Dolphin is like such a good emulator at this point.
Yeah, like, it's been around for a long ass time.
Like, let's be real, Dolphin is one of the best like console emulators. It's the best console emulator for that generation. We'll say that.
From a software perspective,
easily.
Yeah,
like, have you seen PS1 and PS2 even emulators?
Yeah, even though PS1 does have some console-wide rollback through Mednafen.
Dude, that's kind of badass.
Dude, Dreamcast did not get much love on the emulation front.
No, I mean
Dreamcast emulators are a mess.
No, and people, I put up a big bounty a while back for PS2 rollback just because like some guys were working on it and I want to support them.
Yeah, I saw that.
There were
directly to me because you wanted to flex.
Yes, I did. But anyway, I was mentioning it more for Colin. But yeah, but then after I posted it, like one of the big things that people had as criticism was, why would we want to support this when we haven't even gotten like Dreamcast shit yet? I was like, who's asking for this Dreamcast rollback? Like,
I mean, Marvel MVC2 fans probably. That's the answer.
Did MVC2 not actually have like? Because I thought it got released on a bunch of different like systems over the years.
Yeah, but not PC. I'm pretty sure. So like the best in arcade emulation of Naomi's kind of weird. So like Dreamcast version, there's a lot of like arcade fighting games that got home releases on Dreamcast where that's like the best version. Like Evo ran a lot of games on Dreamcast for a long time back in the day.
Yeah.
Because that's just where all the arcade perfect ports of fighting games were on console. So yeah, I can see why people would want to play for that, but also they should just want actual emulators first.
Yeah.
That are like as good as Dolphin.
Yeah. I was actually surprised at how good the Wii U emulator was, because I got that one pretty recently, CEMU, and it is insanely good. Like, all the games run super well, and the craziest part is you can connect to real Wii U's on Nintendo servers to play online on this emulator.
I thought they nixed that feature, or was that for the Switch emulation?
Maybe?
I might be thinking of a Switch emulator.
Are Switch emulators live? Really?
Yeah, there's the big one is called Yuzu. I tried to get that one, but I could not. Yeah, I could not run any games on that thing.
That's shocking.
It was really hard.
I can't believe that like Nintendo's like relatively so easy to emulate.
I mean, not necessarily, but I see what you're saying.
Like N64 emulators are still bad.
In theory, like as consoles become more like computers, it should be easier to develop emulators for them in terms of like coding and like reverse engineering. But
I don't know, dude. Like PlayStation consoles,
the bottleneck will end up being like just like raw performance ability of computers to actually emulate those systems.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Like PlayStation consoles as a whole are still pretty bad. Like, I mean, it's not like the more modern ones are like getting much better. Like
Xbox 360 emulation is coming along surprisingly well.
That's because games have to be designed for like both consoles. Like they're built on the same framework, aren't they?
Exactly, but there's a lot of little quirks and differences in how the 360 does things that it didn't really have proper emulation for quite some time. And also, just because the performance requirements of a 360 mean that when you try to emulate it, it just takes that much more powerful of a computer to emulate it properly, unless you, at least accurately, unless you do a little clever coding and stuff.
True.
Well, I didn't update.
This is the Clencher Wolf. Fun fact about this matchup in Team Clench. Once upon a time, my day, I think either 4 or 5 Wolf once made a reverse force stock comeback on the Clencher's Ganon.
Okay.
I just like to bring it up because he hates it.
I was gonna say this was not that much of a story.
Oh yeah, no, I just like to say it because it pisses him off.
Clencher is currently up 1-0. Man, I don't know if we've run a tournament where I've felt like more checked out. Like, I don't know why I'm so out of it today. Like,
it's yeah. It's just one of those Fridays.
One of those Fridays.
It's just been a long week, I'm sure.
You know why? You know why I'm upset? It's because I thought about well, no, but like I thought about calling in sick to work and then just staying home and being degenerate and playing Strive. But then I went in and was responsible. But then my boss didn't fucking show up, and then I was like, well, now half my shit I can't get done anyways.
Nice.
That sucks. That's why you got to become your own boss, Ian.
Yeah, you can earn $20,000 a month using these 3 simple tricks. What are they?
He'd tell you, but they're tricks that accountants don't want you to know.
Yeah.
Oh shit. It's the hidden knowledge between the 2 books of what they teach you at Harvard Business School and what they don't teach you. What they might teach you.
That's where I went to school, Harvard.
Well, that's exciting.
Right.
Good for you.
Yeah, thanks. I know it's not that relevant. I just like to bring it up, you know.
Shut the fuck up.
Wonder, like, I mean, especially this match. I don't know if these guys like actually gonna watch this back. This fucking random.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they want to? I mean, they should be honored to be on our easy listening podcast.
I mean, they'll probably click on it for a couple minutes when it pops up on their YouTube page, like in 2 days.
Alright, he's trying to be cute.
Spot on shine, it still works. What?
Yeah.
Aiden held ledge?
Is that illegal? Is that
No, it's
against
just
code?
weird. Aiden hasn't held
Bushido
ledge.
code?
Dude, I've been playing Aiden for like 2 weeks and he hasn't held ledge against me once.
Yeah, this is the finals of the bigger ALC, baby.
Oh shit, you're right.
Isn't it time to be fucking around?
This is also a team clench grudge match.
Is that what you call it? A grudge match? Like fucking randoms?
Yeah, it's definitely a grudge match.
For team clench, I think so. Yeah. Wow. Smooth.
Oh, I would have got hit by that.
I'm glad you said I would have gotten hit by that, by the way, because I think one of the worst things in the world is saying, I would have blocked that.
Yeah.
I would have finished that combo.
Yeah, I can almost never say that. The only time I feel confident in saying that is when I see Hungrybox get hit by stupid shit.
I guess you got me. Do you watch much HBox? Is he like playing Melee at all now? Or is
Yeah,
going with
he's
his life?
kind of just losing. And it's
like
really
bad.
funny.
It's just bad in the online environment, or?
I don't even think it's just that like the online is so different that he's not used to it. I think it's more just like a mental thing that kind of fucked him up for a while, and now he's just kind of out of practice because of it. And now it's just kind of compounding because he's
Well, he also
a little out of
coach
practice.
there anymore, right?
Yeah, it's a compound of not having crunch. He's a little out of practice, and the mental is kind of tough.
Yeah.
But he did just recently lose to Harry Pogger, and you might be thinking, who the fuck is Harry Pogger?
And
And
Cool Dude 69.
no, it's not Cool Dude 69. But yeah, exactly. Who the fuck is Harry Pogger?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we want to get into this, but I okay, a little bit of English.
Okay.
I will mention as a side point about like crunch and like, I'm such a huge advocate for coaching. Like, as long as it's not mid-game coaching.
Yeah.
Like mid-set coaching, no issue whatsoever.
Oh, I'm not a
Mid-game-
mid-set coach fan.
Why?
I definitely am.
I don't like it. I just think it's
Almost every
I think
sport
it's completely
includes-
fine to have a coach. I just don't like that it's mid-set because I think the idea of having a coach mid-set kind of removes from this 1v1 battle.
Almost every single sport that has like a physical component allows for like coaching. I think like that's how the games improve. That's how you like allow people to actually like take the game to a higher level, because yes it is like a different test of skill, but like I think it's it can make for more exciting games, and I think it's equally as competitive as it was before.
Boxing
I think it's equally as competitive. I just think it changes it from being a true 1v1 kind of competition. I think it makes a lot more sense in like team.
I think that's semantics. I think that's just semantics. I don't know if that's. I don't buy that argument.
That's just how I see it. I don't like it.
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like at the very least, I'll say, I'll sell my left nut. Can we please fucking do our fucking mentorship program?
What is this mentorship program?
It's where PR players like each pick a non-PR player to coach, and we do like a tournament like with them allowed to mid-set coach for them.
That's badass.
Yeah, isn't it?
I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, we've thought about doing it like a couple times, but like it just never like coalesced into something that like actually happened.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it can be a little tough to get all of the PR players to show up.
Yeah, well, that's the big thing. It's like if you're doing everyone, you're pretty much like we need 20 people.
Well, what if people like the only requirement to join is to be a player is that you're not PR, but the coach doesn't have to be a PR player; it can just be anyone. Because I feel like that's really the bottleneck, and if you can get past like the requiring every PR player to be on board, then it's a lot easier to make it happen.
Yeah, I just think it means a little less. Think about it.
Zoe's
if
posting,
you're gonna lose to someone that like I'm coaching, that would suck. I'd much rather lose to someone that like Crump is. Actually, no, not Crump. I would hate to lose to whoever Crump coaches.
Yeah, I will mention that Zoe's clearly watching back her sets right now because she's just posting images of me naming you and her. Tio's hate him and Tio's hate her.
I like those names. I thought they were pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean she's right. Like right now we are not paying attention whatsoever. But yes. At the same time, you're not my dad. Leave me alone.
I love that. It's basically weak knee into hard knee.
Yeah.
Ian will do this for the tags when we ASR round 1, but then not discuss winter finals at all.
Well, the honest truth is, because enough of the shit in this tournament. We've had multiple good player DQs, entirely ruined seeding. We have like multiple all-star randoms or just randoms happening. Like this is clearly not being taken. We have Blitz fucking throwing. Like this is not being taken as a serious event. So it's like it is awkward to switch to.
I don't know about Blitz throwing. It's hard.
All I'm gonna say is Team Clench randoms doesn't mean we're not taking it seriously.
I mean, maybe not, but like you are not focused primarily on winning.
Honestly, I wouldn't even say that either.
You think you do perform better as random than choosing your character?
Oh, it's not about performance. I'm talking
about
what he's talking
about, though.
Well, like obviously you're not going to perform as well, but it's not like they're trying less hard.
Who's I didn't.
I think they just gentlemen to a shorter set, but
all I know is that Ness won. That's all I know. But I don't know who that was.
It was player 1.
Yeah.
Clencher was player 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just did a short set. That's fine. I mean, if she liked winners finals, I'm sure she'll love grand finals.
I'm excited for grands.